I assumed you'd come from like a sporty family or a kind of like a health-focused family, but growing up, it wasn't that kind of environment, was it?
No, not at all. You know, I don't come from like this ambitious family of entrepreneurs and people that are into exercise. You know, like my mum and dad didn't exercise around me. No chance on earth. Like, so for me, I got that love for sport through PE at school. I loved it. I loved my PE teachers. I was like a mini little body coach. I remember just rounding everyone up, getting them outside onto the pitch to start. You know, and I've always been that kind of person trying to inspire people and make people feel confident. You know, I used to say, like, to the kids that really didn't enjoy it, like, come out and have fun, you know, let's play a bit of tennis together or let's play football. So it's always been in me. And I feel like my gift to the world is to inspire other people to take part and not just physically transform, like, for their mental health. That's what I love about PE with Joe and the lockdown. You know, it was about 30 minutes of just fun and being silly and letting loose and not thinking about the lockdown and all that stuff.
But what you did in lockdown was just unbelievably, I mean, capturing the hearts of the nation. But there was a handful of people, and you should be so proud of yourself for what you managed to do. Obviously, you didn't set out; it just happened, which is all the best things happen so naturally and organically anyway. But you will always be associated with this crazy time and this insane year.
Thank you so much.
And there's just a handful of people that will be, and I just think it's amazing. You should be really proud of that.
Thank you so much.
All the more impressive that you broke your hand just before starting it. So did you think about postponing the start of it because of that?
I announced it on the Thursday night. I said, look, I'm going to do PE with Joe Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. next week. And honestly, I thought I'd do it for a week. I didn't realise it was going to be 18 weeks of my life. But I went out on the Saturday on my motorbike and I was... it's a true story. So I've made friends with Charlie Borman, who, you know, done the long way round with
I've
Ewan
spoken
McGregor.
to him about that, yeah.
And he was riding in front of me and I was behind him on my supercharged Triumph bobber. And I wasn't going really fast, but it was a bit wet and I saw a bit of gravel and I'm an amateur, I've just started riding. I panicked, hit the brakes. All I did was fixated on this wall. I went straight into the wall and I broke my hand and I knew the moment I broke it, I said, I've got to do PE with Joe on Monday. And they were like, what are you talking about? You ain't got to do PE with Joe. But it never crossed my mind to not be there. And once I started it, you know, even halfway through, I got an infection in the hand. And on the Friday afternoon, I was in so much pain. I went into the hospital, spent 2 nights in hospital. And I texted Rosie, like, Rosie, I really need your help, darling. And she was like, OK, I'll be your teaching assistant. So on the Monday morning, she was there dressed in her sports kit. And I was like, in a shirt and tie. I was the teacher. Yeah. And she was the teaching assistant. And we got through it. And we did 18 weeks of it. And 80 million people took part.
But I think the fact that you managed to get through it and people knew that you were facing challenge yourself, that made it all the more impressive. And all the more, that's why people were even more keen to stick with you, I think, and do it, because they could see that you were going through it. It wasn't necessarily easy for you either. So it was a remarkable achievement.